Principals, what situation made you realize the kid wasn't the problem? I've been a principal for 12 years, and you'd think by now I'd have seen everything. But Bryce was different. He was in my office every single day, sometimes twice. His teacher, Mrs. Daniels, would send him down with the same note every time. Disrupting class, talking back, refusing to follow instructions. I'd sit him down, give him the usual talk, ask what happened, and every single time, Bryce was calm, respectful, apologetic even. He'd say, I don't know what I did wrong, and genuinely seem confused. Most kids who end up in my office that often have an edge to them, you know? They're defensive. They argue. They've got excuses ready. Bryce never did. He'd just sit there, answer my questions, and leave. And then the next day, same thing. I started wondering if maybe he had some kind of issue at home, or if he was acting out for attention. But none of it added up because literally every other teacher said he was fine. Math, no problems. Science, great kid. PE. Coach said he was one of the most cooperative students he had. Just Mrs. Daniels' class. So I made a decision most principals don't have time for. I cleared my schedule one morning and sat in on her class. Not announced, not planned. Just walked in with a clipboard and took a seat in the back. Mrs. Daniels looked surprised but didn't say anything. Bryce was sitting in the far back corner, separated from the rest of the class by 2 empty desks. Weird setup, but okay. Class starts. She's going over a reading assignment. Bryce has his hand up. She calls on someone else. Fine, maybe she didn't see him. 2 minutes later, same thing. Hand up. She skips him. Calls on another student. Then again, and again. By the 4th time, I'm watching this kid's face, and he looks like he's about to implode. He finally puts his hand down and says, not yelling, just says, are you going to call on me or not? And Mrs. Daniels stops mid-sentence, gives him this look like he just spit on her desk, and goes, Bryce, we wait our turn. I almost stood up right then, but I stayed quiet, kept watching. She goes back to teaching, moves on to the next section. Bryce puts his hand up again. She looks directly at him, makes eye contact, and calls on the kid sitting 3 seats away. Bryce drops his hand, shakes his head. Letters, you're kidding, right? And she snapped, Bryce, office, now. I watched this kid pick up his stuff, completely defeated, and walked toward the door. I got up, told him to wait in the hallway, and walked back into that classroom. I asked Mrs. Daniels to step outside. She followed me out, still holding her dry erase marker like a weapon. I said, I just watched you ignore that kid 5 times in a row and then send him out for reacting to it. She goes, he has an attitude problem. I pulled out my phone, opened up the school system, showed her Bryce's record. 0 referrals from anyone else. 0 behavioral issues. Perfect attendance. Above average grade. I said, he doesn't have an attitude problem. He has a you problem.